Ah, you diddling. What am I up to? I don't know whether it was early last year, maybe even the year before. I was in my filter house. I've lost the gadget now. Where's that gadget gone? I've just seen it. Okay, so I don't know why I left this in here. It was off that battery operated gun. It's so you don't wash your cars and that. Never used it. Brand new. In that hole there was a little filter. Metal filter in there. I don't know whether you remember back. Like I said, I don't know if it was last year or the year before. It fell and landed in here. And also I've got separate air stones hanging. Oh, look at that now, look, one of them has gone. On stainless steel hooks. There should be 4. Alright. There was 4. Holding them stones up. Some of the stones for some reason ain't working. Now this one, even though the hook was cable tied on, even though the hook was cable tied on, it fell in there with the, I think it's fell with the stone. It might be the stone that's off that one. Off that one there. So what I'm going to plan now is, I'm flushing this through, I'm going to empty all this back out, all this media, and see if I can, I'm hoping it's stainless steel. I very much doubt it. It's just one of them Japanese jet washers. One way or another, if it's metal I've got to find it because of the rust. And I also want to find the stainless steel clip and just check the bottom of this filter out while it's empty. There's something that I've never understood with my media. If you've been following me for a long time, you'll know it's been in here for a good many years. Look how clean it is. Normally when you PP things, you tend to find that it does bleach everything. You go to my mates and it's like nicotine brown, but my media I never really changed that much colour. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Sorry about the camera there, folks. And what's the chances of that, try and do it so you can see it, that there has jumped up, look, and landed on one cable tie. Look, that's sticking up there and that's landed on there. Now every time I come in here I'll take that off and there's another piece dropped on it. If you tried to throw that on there you'd never get it off. Bit of useless information. It just fascinates me why my media, eyebrow, some of it is a little darker down the bottom. It's mainly it's looking more brown on the camera and I looked it with that. You can see some that's brown but the others some hardly changing colour. Okay, as you can see I've got majority of it out. I found the stainless steel hook. Now you've probably seen this back in the day. These filters behind here, they all completed this neck. I ain't going to get that side because there's still quite a bit of media. I've got a bit of wire on here. Just trying to hold the camera and see if I can show you the amount of crap. All that is full. Just all that media coming out there and you watch the crap. Comes out with it. Look at the chunks of grime there. That is absolutely baked, blocked, full of media behind there, media and bacteria. And then I really like to do about it unless you get this out. Now just cleaning this out now. I'll put a load of micro media which at the time was supposed to be a good idea, but I've just got my hand down that stainless steel plate there where the grid is for the water to run through, and it was just full of these little ones, so I've been trying to get them out. I'm just unpacking that now. This is full of that little micromedia. I did look and see all the crap now I've disturbed there from there. That water was a bit murky but not that bad. Look, that's all the shit from behind that you can see it all now, look. Wedged. And look how deep that is. That's fairly deep, that is. That's got to be a good 2 foot. All the way around there, look. To there, full of media. Stagnant media, that is. Media that ain't moving. Unless you could get an airline bent round there to blow them out. I don't know how you get round it. Anyway, I'm going to crack on now because it's been nearly an hour. I've had everything out. I have found the stainless steel hook. I have found that. It's there, but I found that little round disc. Now, if it had been metal, I dropped a magnet in when I first dropped it in, and it did pick it up, so I assumed it was stainless, but the more you think about it, Japanese stuff, of course it being stainless. So I need to try and find that. If it's metal, there'll be a rust spot where it's rotted, I would imagine. And I've got to try and work all around there, because over the period of time it's going to be flopping around. It may even have dropped in that side. Well, it looks like I might have double trouble. I'm just looking down at the fish at the moment. Now, sod's law, I've got the camera out. He's up and swimming about, waiting for food. So, the shower there, it's the only one of Dave's fry that survived. He's been clamped up on the bottom yesterday, and I've just come up here now, debating whether to scrape him, and he's up and swimming about. And as you can see, they're all waiting for some fodder. So hopefully, he may have just been resting. It might be because I've took the cover off and the temperature up and down that much. Yesterday it was red hot, this morning it was freezing cold at football. But thankfully he's up and about now, so let's get some food in. Keep an eye on that shower, as you can see, he's getting closer. Don't seem like there's any telltale signs of heavy mucus. He's up feeding, that's a good sign. Oh, living to have a munch down. Scaffold. They've been again today. Same blokes, same thing. I've cleaned the water feeder. The battery reading 1 bar. Found his. I've just pushed this on while I've wiped it over. It's a little cap to stop the water getting it, and that as I've moved it, just popped that back off again. And you can see that pin in there's a little bit rusty. So I've got some electric cleaner. So I'm going to clean that up and get this on charge. Not bad, eh? Ah, scrag. Twat. No need for the electric chatting bubbles. No need for the electric cleaner. What I've used, the old Parkside Dremel. Other Dremels are available. Well, they're Dremel really, haven't they? Dremel was the original. That's a copy. 3-year warranty. Warranty just run out. The bearing's gone. It's cream cracked. So I've got the little brush, brass, not steel, because the steel will go inside the little fibres and rust, and we don't want that, do we? Showing you how to suck eggs here. Only done it by hand. Few turns in there. See it's coming there. It's lovely and clean in there. Look. See it's coming there. It's lovely and clean in there. Look. I'm gonna get the charger on now. Get it charged. Blow the hole out, get any dust out. And being as though that's been there quite a few months, I'll get that up, get it a bit of a wipe. Probably wondering what that is. You look at my old videos, these feeders are the best feeders you can buy because they spread the food over your pool. Better on a big pool really, or a lake. Because mine's a small one, without that on, it throws it all over the garden. Putting that on, it keeps it in the pond, but spread it so the fish are jumping over each other to feed. Just trying to turn it around so I can have a look at the clock. Sorry about the camera work, as you can see there the battery's on 1% and the clock's still working. Look, I'll go check I don't know how they do it on the phone. I know you can do more than one task, but I'll go do it. I'm going to get this on charge now anyway, get it set up, get some food in it. Back again, charging up, just check me phone, that's 1 hour out. I'm happy to leave that as it is. Lovely chobbly, leave the settings as there was. Let that charge up now, get that set up, hopefully later today. I might put the lottery on more things I'm giving, okay? What do you reckon? Have a party. Get Mad Dog to do the barbecue. Oh. Let that charge up, like I says. If I find anything else, I'll bring it back to you. Make yourself a cup of tea. It's all going on. Feeder's all nice and clean. Not much to do to it really. Fully charged. If you remember back on my older videos, when I filled that hopper up, when I got up the pond was full of food. I'm sure that was on, not 100% sure. I think that was on 2 feeds, so I'm just putting that little bit in. It did go off once while I was charging it up. So my theory is just put that bit in. If it empties that bit, it won't be too bad because I'm sure these here. I'm waiting for it already, look. Yeah, go on. Straight on it, look. Wait and see. See what happens tomorrow. Sunbathing. They can pick it up, the amount of crap that's on top of the water. This wind we're having. Stop that lid stays on. All down there looking for food, look. You see the crap all over the top of the water, look at that. Times like that, you know, see remnants of food just over the edge of the pool there, so I want to just give them a couple of cupfuls. There's a little bit floating, that might want to just put in. Lovely jobbly, check it tomorrow and see if the feeder's working. Still up. What I've been up to, don't really yet tell. Get it a bit of a lick of paint. I've been able to do that wood there because I overlapped it with that there, and I've got this greenhouse in the way, and I couldn't be asked to move all that. But I've had another disaster. Surprise, surprise. Come into Mason's tank yesterday. One day I've missed coming in here. That's because I've been spending time in Mason. So I just had a day off and I never come in here at all. The day before I was out here all day painting, moving stuff so I could paint it. So I come into the garden, no flow. That was just about trickling in. Straight away I knew there was a fish inside there. You see that black shadow there? That's that foam filter. Now I put that in front of that hole to stop any fish going in, and I thought these fish now was all too big to be stupid enough to put the red in there. I was running a beautiful cloaca. That's another one I've lost. I don't know. Anyway, let's flick around and show Dotty. The water temperature's dropped down to 11.9. As you can see, he's swimming about. Looking from here looks a little bit better. The swelling ain't there no more. That was like that the other day. The main pond is Mason pond is, you can see that 13. You know, they've been sucking at the temperature thing on there. Look, we pulled it round again. The main one's 13.9. I think the heater's coming on now. The temperature change again in the weather, you can tell with me. I've got my audio. Just check the dates. What I've got on here. The 30th. That's what we're on today. The 4th. Yeah, you're going to show you what I'm going to do. What I'll do is I'll show you. I'll get my centre pod set up and we'll have a look at it. And just see what it's runs and like. I'll get my sun gloves on because that water's obviously cold. And we'll have a look, see his skin, see what his skin's turned out like. What I've decided to do is I've drained both tanks because I'm both doing water change today. So I thought I'd drain this water too so we've got fresh water, then I'll put the anti-parasite stuff in. I'm going to use the bacteria stuff. Sorry about the camera there. What I'm trying to do is get with a pan net just to see. I've got the stuff here ready to treat it. See if we can see what's going on. I'll be honest, now there's less water in, it's looking a little bit more flavourful. Looking at the scene on there, don't I? Oh, very, very pink. Very pink. The one side, there's only a little blemish on the one side anyway. Sorry about the camera work, obviously I've got to try and treat it as quick as I can. Really have to catch that on camera. Yeah, it's got a bit redness around his mouth as well now. I'll put him back in there a little bit. That's the room cleaned up put on. That could be the temperature drop. I'll really go now. I don't think I'm going to put the treatment in the water. I think I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to treat it with this antibacterial spray. Shouting a little bit. Actually see in a minute. Put that rub into your skin. Just a bit topping up with some fresh water. I don't think the cold water is helping that fresh cold. Don't really do very because I always want to get the temperature to 20 degrees. This is one of the main reasons why when I've got a fish like this I cull them. Because obviously that fish is suffering at the moment. But time will tell, see if it gets better. Awful. It ain't bulging like it was, the scales are still raised. I don't know if it's the stress that's making it as red and sore as it is, but it's got a little blemish here that you can remember I had it. Now we've got a blemish here, the side of its mouth as well now. I'll just keep an eye on it there for a few more days. Topping up the fresh water, that might help him. With that antibacterial, plus that malachite I'm putting in, might be a bit of a reaction to that, so I'm just going to top him up there with fresh water. I've drained these there and I'll top them up with fresh water. All I can do then is just keep an eye on them. I believe one day, absolutely crazy.